Morning, Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners, and anyone from the public watching this presentation. I'm Daniel Hauk, Associate Planner with the Oxnard Planning Department, and I will be presenting on the general plan conformity for the grant of easement at 1101 Viewpoint Drive. So this project is a general plan conformity determination, and due to it being in the coastal area, also conformity with the coastal land use plan. It is for a potential grant of real city property located at the property at 1101 Viewpoint Drive. The purpose of the request for this easement is to support the replacement of outdated electrical equipment on this 1.52 acre lot. As you can see in Exhibit B on the right, it would be this 18.5 by 26.5 foot rectangle, or I'm sorry, 22 feet, 18.5 by 22 feet for South California, Edison. So I have a street view here at the bottom left. You can't really see it, but it is a small concrete box rising from the bushes right to the right of the street sign and before the sidewalk. That's roughly the area where the easement will be, and that is the box that will be replaced, the in-ground utility box. It will end up being a cabinet, above ground cabinet. On the right, you can see where in the city it's at. It's obviously up close to the coast, and it is just south of Woolley Road there. So the zoning designations I have here for the surrounding area, it's generally planned unit development to the southeast and west for the general plan designation, and the zoning being coastal plan community. And then to the north, we have the county of Ventura and agricultural land. The surrounding land uses is there's multifamily right to the south, and then Westport Park to the west. And then we have these maps here to just illustrate exactly what I just explained on the previous slide, that the general plan zoning is planned unit development and the zoning designation is coastal plan community. A little background on the property. The property was agricultural at one point, probably going back as far as 2002 based on the information I have here. It was designated to be part of the Mandalay specific plan, and in 2002, a tract map was recorded to create this property. That utility box followed shortly after, and it appears in conjunction with a sewer lift station, generator, and wet well that was put in. There was also a public parking lot that was put in around that same time. The sewer lift station, generator, and well were placed within the CMU wall enclosure. However, the um, in-ground utility box was outside of that enclosure. So this general plan conformity is being done because according to Government Code Section 65402, it's required that when real property acquisition or disposition, street vacation, or abandonment, public building or structure construction, any of that must be consistent with the general plan, and in this case also the coastal land use plan. As to the location, purpose, and extent, the Planning Commission is reviewing and verifying through they will be verifying through a resolution if they approve this. that the easement is in conformity with the 2030 general plan and coastal land use plan. So to talk about that consistency, I did find in my research that it is compatible with both in terms of the coastal land use plan. Uh, this area was designated for planned development, and it was developed in that way. That included residential. It seems the equipment is supporting the land uses in the area and on the property. And then as far as the general plan goes, there's multiple goals and policies here that I found it to be consistent with regarding utilities primarily. There needs to be adequate and efficient public utilities to meet the residents. Um, Everything should be cited in easements that's not in the right of way, and this is outside of the right of way. To continue to ensure public services and facilities are in place at the time of need. So by replacing the outdated equipment, this will help avoid any service outages, and then to provide appropriate service areas for existing and planned public facilities, and that includes infrastructure utility for support. On the environmental front, pursuant to California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, the proposed general plan conformity does not constitute a project for the purposes of CEQA because the determination will not result in the direct or indirect physical changes in the environment. Um, there is no possibility that it'll have a significant effect on the environment, and that is according to section 15061B3 and section 15378B5. So I recommend that the Planning Commission find the project exempt from environmental review pursuant to CEQA, the guidelines, section 15061B3 and section 15378B5, as I mentioned on the previous slide, as it does not constitute a project, and also adopt resolution 2024-XX affirming that the City of Oxnard's grant of easement located on a portion of 1101 Viewpoint Drive is in conformance with the City of Oxnard 2030 General Plan and Coastal Land Use Plan, and recommending that the City Council grant the easement. Thank you. That's all I have for today.